Here on Matt's Own HD Sportsnet, presented by the JMU Alumni Association, I'm joined by women's head soccer coach Dave Lombardo. Coach, a little bit of a weird weekend against Appalachian State and UNCG. All these goals scored in the 80th minute and beyond.
Yeah, it's I don't really have a good explanation for it. We have been playing as a team. We've been playing some of our best soccer in the last 2 weeks and haven't really gotten the results that we were hoping to get. Through 2/3 of the field right now, we're playing really attractive, possessive, creative soccer. We're dominating possession of the games. We're dominating the offensive stats, the shots on goals, the corner kicks, all that kind of stuff. But just too many chances have been going begging in the final third, not finishing the full chances, not making something out of the half chances. And right now we don't have, and I think this is a big difference between last year and this year. We had one or two kids last year that had the ability to create something out of nothing, and so far that hasn't been the case for us. So that puts you in a predicament that you're going to be in games that are closer than you would like them to be, and then it boils down to who makes a mistake and who punishes those mistakes. And in the App State game, we got a nice goal. I think it was in about the 80th minute, but we ended up coughing up a return goal a minute and a half or so, not even, yeah, about a minute or so later off, I think, their one corner kick that they had in that half. And now next thing you know, instead of riding out a win in the last 10 minutes of the game, it's now 1-1, and we're still having to push and chase the game. Got an unbelievable restart free kick goal from Sam Lofton. Kelly Kerrigan and Ashley Herndon have been practicing this throughout the early part of the season, and with about 36 seconds, whatever it was, the referee stops the play because it was an obvious handball. The wall took its time setting up, so he stops the clock. So we got really that free kick with not the clock running down with that pressure added to it. So the kids were able to survey the circumstances, and Sam Lofton finished just a screamer from the top of the box.
She drilled it.
Yeah, so that was a very impressive, uplifting kind of win. We go down to Greensboro, a team that has traditionally been a struggle for us. They're one of the few teams that has a winning record against us right now. And a new coaching staff taken over their team we beat comfortably last year, 2-0, could have been more. They played a very defensive style. They played with 5 in the back. It was we were getting in. We had chances that just kept whistling by, wide of the goal, over the goal. Don't get the shot off. Next thing you know, as I said to them at halftime, the longer this goes on, the more pressure you put on yourself in the second half of the game. We spilled the ball late in the game. Bottom of the circle, their attacking center midfielder gets the ball, splits our two center backs with a pass, and their leading scorer, a kid who's scored, I think, 7 of their 10 goals, obviously somebody we had keyed in on not getting the ball, gets free, she scores, and they just make it stand up. That was a tough one to take, because we certainly were the better of the two teams when you looked at the quality of the soccer that was being played. But like I said to my team after the game, there are no judges up in the stands holding up rating cards. You have to put attractive soccer together, and you have to get results. And right now, we've dropped 4 out of 6. A little disappointed with that right now. I think we've smashed all the eggs in our non-conference basket in terms of any at-large consideration. So we have to start getting ready for conference play, and that gives us our only shot of putting ourselves hopefully into some sort of postseason conversation.
Bit of an interesting weekend this weekend. First on Friday, JMU does take on Towson. Then they will go back out of conference,
Yep.
And play Richmond on Sunday. It will be the last non-conference game of the year.
Correct.
With the first third of the season being the non-conference schedule, basically in the rearview mirror, where do you think your team sits right now in the progression that you hoped to be at this point in the year?
Well, honestly, we're 5-4 right now, and when I look back, I think fairly the only game that was a 50-50 game that we could have lost was losing to LaSalle up at LaSalle. Very good team, very difficult place to play in terms of the field that they play on. That one, I walked away from them going, fair enough. It was a 2-1 game, could have gone either way, but they were probably a little bit better finishing their chances. We have 3 other losses to teams that I felt really game planned us, and we didn't respond well to that. And they were able to make good on their few chances, and we squandered too many of our better chances. So right now we're searching for our better players to really step up and lead this team. We're searching for our attacking players to really start firing on all cylinders. Not just our goal scorers, but our playmakers. Our attacking center midfielders need to get more involved in the play. You can't play a soccer game without the attacking center midfielders being good playmakers, good quality entry balls, getting shots in the final third, and we haven't done that with any regularity right now. So I put a challenge out to them. We do have an odd weekend right now. We open up with a conference game first and then have to finish up with a non-conference game with Richmond. Both of these teams are teams that can beat us if we don't show up and have that grit and determination to find the results. I think we will compete hard, and we always do. That hasn't been an issue yet. But it's finding the final pass and the final third, and somebody having the bravery to finish a chance with a defender draped on your back, kind of stuff. So we're that's what we'll be focusing on this week.
It's a little bit of an interesting situation too. Towson was here for the JMU Invitational earlier this year.
Yep.
You got a chance to look at them; they got a chance to look at you. I know it's first weekend of the season, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah. You know, I don't know. I haven't looked at all of what they've done recently. We'll do that this week. But if they're looking at what we did at the at our tournament that first weekend, we're a bit different team right now. We've played different systems of play. Since then, we've had some changes in some personnel. So I'm sure Greg is smart enough to not just bank everything on that. And same with us. I think this is probably one of the most athletic Towson teams that he's put together. They've never beaten us in the history of JMU Towson games. It's at Towson, so I know that they will be very motivated for that, and I'm expecting our team to really be up for that challenge.
Well, as we said, this weekend, Friday, it's a 3 o'clock game on Friday.
Yep.
At Towson, Sunday afternoon at Richmond.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Yep.
Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
All right, thank you, Andrew.